Hi everyone, it's Pastor Steve, and I'd like to take a couple of minutes to share SBC's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. First, during this very uncertain time, let's make sure that we are people who are defined by our faith, not our fear. Yes, we need to take the threat of COVID-19 seriously. And yes, it is an uncertain time. And yes, there is a lot of fear and panic in our culture. But as followers of Jesus, let's make sure in this time that we're living from the foundation of faith and not fear. During this time, let's make sure that we're walking with Jesus and showing others how that walk makes a difference during times of uncertainty and anxiety. Let's be a church that prays for our leaders. Let's be a church that prays for the vulnerable in society. Let's be a church that prays for our healthcare workers. Let's be a church that prays for our neighbors. Let's be a church that prays for those that are infected with the disease. Let's be a church that prays. This is a time for the church to rise up and love our neighbors like never before. Maybe it's delivering groceries. Maybe it's picking up a prescription. Maybe it's checking in on some elderly neighbors or some elderly friends. Maybe it's caring for someone who is sick or caring for someone's children. Maybe it's helping someone financially who has lost their job or been impacted in their work because of this crisis. There are a lot of ways that we can care during this time. Let's be a church that goes out and loves the city and loves our neighbors like never before. As a church, we need to do what we can do to flatten the curve. And that's why here at SBC, we've decided to move our services online for at least the next 3 Sundays. Lindsay's got some advice for us or some information for us on our online experiences.
We will be going live on 9:15 service this Sunday. So if you check in at 9:10, 9:15, you'll be able to watch our entire service live. There's going to be an opportunity to give. The whole service will be there. Readings will be listed as well. This might be a great opportunity for you to gather with a few friends, maybe as families, gather together and worship together in that way. Very grateful for the teams that have worked so hard to put that together. We want to serve you well through this difficult time. SaanichBaptist.org on the front page, live streaming. Now, what happens as well with that is if you're not available at 9:15, you can go on later in the day, click the same button, and take in the entire service. We hope that serves you well as we want to continue to be a community, worshiping our God and following Him in all that we do. You may not be available at 9:15, but then you could go watch it at 1 o'clock, and it will be the entire service just as it's shown and live streamed at 9:15.
As a church, we are going to continually monitor this very fluid situation, and we will send out updates as required. In the meantime, let's live from a foundation of faith. Let's pray, let's care, and let's do our part to flatten the curve and slow the spread. Thanks for listening, and blessings.